Alright, Philly, and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at John chapter 4, verse 21. Here's a rubric. Let's go ahead and get started. Lege aute ho Jesus, pisteu moi gunai, hoti erketai hora, hote ute in toi ore tutoi, ute in Jerusalemmois proskunesete toi patri. There we have it. So lege, don't need to parse that. Aute sub iota, so dative, singular and feminine. Ho Jesus, our common subject form. The Jesus says to her, entering direct discourse. Pisteu, we've got that epsilon right there, which we've seen before as the second person singular present imperative. And it is active. I forgot to add that in. So since we've got a present tense imperative here, and I think this one, I think that we can read this one as the imperfective command. So believe and continue to believe, rather than if we had an aorist, it would just be believe this once. But no. I think the continuous action is what's intended here. Okay, and pisteu takes the dative, which we find here with moi, dative singular. Believe me, gunai, and we've seen this before, I believe. Alpha iota here is an unusual vocative singular feminine for this third declension word. Believe me, woman. And you should note that him calling her that is in no way disrespectful, not back in that culture. If you think back to the wedding at Cana, he even refers to his mother. And that's actually probably where we saw that. What is it to you and me, woman? He uses that of his mother, and it is not disrespectful. It's just common parlance back then. So, hoti, that. Erketai, tau alpha iota there for the third person singular off of erk, our present stem. Active, and it is indicative. Comes hora, alpha right there for nominative singular feminine. It would say hour comes. No article though with it. Hote, when, which we've seen many times before. When is not spelled when. Okay, ute and ute. So here with these two negatives, and note we've got the conjunction smashed onto there. Te, so and not is a way that we could translate this, though the biblical Greek, Koine Greek, doesn't really use te very often. It's more of a Homeric thing, and earlier te was just another form of kai, or de, if you will. So here we have neither nor. Neither n, prepositional phrase, sub iota, epsilon iota right there. So dative, singular, and neuter plus dative. End right there. Neither in this mountain, or suppose technically hill, nor mountain. Why am I? Oh my gosh, my brain. Ugh. Nor, in prepositional phrase, same form as we saw there. No need to parse that again. In Jerusalem. Proskunesete, epsilon tau, epsilon eta sigma right there, telling us that this is the second person plural, aorist, it is active, and it is indicative. Or, no, it's not aorist because we don't have the epsilon right there. So actually, no, this is second person plural, future. My brain is so flustered right now. You all will worship. Okay, and then we have toi patri sub iota right there, so we have a clear dative singular masculine. And then it's interesting that it's not saying you will worship God, but you will worship the Father. I don't know chronologically if this is before or after when Jesus would have taught his disciples the Lord's Prayer, or really the disciples' prayer. But it's very interesting that he refers to God here specifically as the Father. This is a very close relationship then between worshipers and worshipee, and it should be quite comforting. Like, God is not just something way out there that made the universe and we owe obligation to. That is true, but he's more than that. He is our Father. He's not just our Creator, but he has adopted us. It's amazing. So there we have that. Other than my complete brain failures today, let's see how this looks in its own context, and then from verse 7. Then Jesus says to her, "Believe me, woman, that hour comes when neither in this mountain nor in Jerusalem you all will worship the Father." So far, so good. Now verse 7. A woman comes from Samaria to draw water. Jesus says to her, "Give to me to drink," for the disciples of him had gone into the city in order to buy victuals. She says therefore to him, the Samaritan woman, "How do you, being a Jew, ask for me to drink, although I am a Samaritan woman? For Jews do not have dealings with Samaritans." Jesus answered and said to her, "If you had known the gift of the God and who it is the one saying to you, 'Give to me to drink,' you would ask him, and he would give to you living water." The woman says to him, "Lord, you do not indeed have a bucket, and the well is deep. From where therefore do you have the water, the living water? Surely you are not greater than our father Jacob, who gave to us the well, and he drank from it, and his sons and his domesticated animals." Jesus answered and said to her, "Everyone who drinks from this water will thirst again. Whoever drinks from the water which I myself will give to him will indeed not thirst forever. But the water which I will give to him will be in him spring of springing water for life eternal." The woman says to him, "Lord, give this water to me in order that I may not thirst and not pass through hither to draw." He says to her, "Go call your husband and come back here." The woman replied and said to him, "I do not have husband." Jesus says to her, "You said well that I do not have husband, for you have had 5 husbands, and now whom you have is not your husband. You have said this truly." The woman says to him, "Lord, I perceive that you are a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and you yourselves say that in Jerusalem is the place where it is necessary to worship." Jesus says to her, "Believe me, woman, that hour comes when," not that as in that hour, but you know, you were there, "when neither in this mountain nor in Jerusalem you will worship the Father." All right. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope this has not derailed your day entirely. Have a good day, in spite of this. Farewell.
What? You're still awake? Why are you still here then? You should be reading a book. Or if not reading, you should watch one of these other videos. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. See you next week.